Hello there, and welcome to the next episode of Why I Love. And today I'm going to talk about why I love Reeve Musk's approach to life. Elon Musk has got a net worth of $209 billion as of January 2021, but this is just came to light recently. I thought it was quite big news, but it's not really a surprise when you look at how he does things and why he does things the way he does when you actually look into his projects. So the first reason I think Elon Musk is very interesting is, I call him Octopus Elon. The way Elon conducts business, he never just sticks to one source of income. He has several sources of income in high income, innovative industries. These are the industries where, with small investment, if you have some innovation, you can make thousands and thousands times your original stake. Like, imagine if you had early shares in Tesla, what they're worth now. If you bought them for, you were given them because you started the company and you had an initial investment of only like a few million, and now they're worth, hundreds of billions. That's, you're making 200, 400 times your money, 1,000 times your money. I don't want to do the maths right now, but yeah, you're making a lot of money from that. So this is why he does well, because he chooses things which are hard, but he makes them look simple. So Elon Musk conducts SpaceX. He has a space company, it's called SpaceX, and it's an aerospace company for which he has a 54% stake in, with 78% of the voting rights. SpaceX has 8,000 employees, has a revenue of $2 billion in 2019, and has partnerships with NASA. SpaceX has flown 20 cargo resupply missions to the International Space Station. He's got a space company. That's something I was reading about, the ships he was looking into, where you could get new rocket ships where you could load up and you could get to New York, Shanghai in like an hour. It's going to change the world. And you can put 400 people in each ship. It'll just be a shuttle. Once he hones in on that technology, it's going to in my opinion, it could completely destroy the airline industry. Let's just say, because it's just a better way of getting around. And if he can make it all safer, and monitor it well and refine technology enough, I think that's the future of travel, going around on rockets. So the second reason is Tesla. I think we all know about Tesla. It's an electric car company, American electric vehicle company, and clean energy company based in Palo Alto, California. Tesla's current products include electric cars, battery energy storage from home to grid scale, solar panels and solar roof tiles, as well as other related products and services. Tesla has a market cap of $880 billion as of 8th of January closing 2021. Best-selling plug-in electric vehicles for passenger cars in 2019 with a 17% market share of the battery electric segment. Tesla has sold 500,000 of units in 2020 alone. It's obviously not there yet. There's more cars being sold by other companies, but his market share of the car industry, especially the electric car industry, as you can see, is 17%. Shows that he is a significant player in the electric vehicle industry, and this is just one of his companies. And he owns 20% of shares in that, which, when it has a market cap of 880 billion, makes his shares in Tesla around 170 billion, also 160 billion. So as you can see, 170 billion in worth of shares in Tesla. So as you can see, he's made a lot of money there. So, founder of payment services company PayPal. PayPal is a notoriously successful company. Has been notoriously useful in many industries. Where would eBay be without PayPal? Arguably, makes payments easier. So that was an important innovative industry he entered. The Boring Company founder. It's just he just kind of like his side projects, like his ideas. He just wants to turn his ideas to reality, and because he has the money to fund that, he can do it with his ambition, his kind of framework for the companies. It just works very well. And he is planning on building a hyperloop around cities, which would be very good for intercity transport, and will mean shorter journey times and lower costs. And I think Boring Company was the one with the flamethrower. Like, it's just stuff he likes, he basically releases. Co-founder of Neuralink. Neuralink is an American corporation specializing in neurotechnology company, and it was founded by Musk and others, developing implantable brain-machine interfaces. And the company is headquartered in San Francisco. So, that's something I know it's not something I personally want to do, like, putting something in my brain which is electric, but I guess it has some application, and I've heard it has application when treating people with Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease, I believe. Don't take my word for that, but I believe it has got some applications, but it's not something I'd ever really want to use. He's the co-founder of OpenAI. OpenAI is just an artificial intelligence company. I don't know too much about that, but I know when it comes to making things easier in our life, artificial intelligence, if we can harness its power for good, will be very nice. And Mr. Musk has a goal of developing and making a friendly AI which benefits humanity as a whole. And that's a nice goal to have. If hopefully everyone can have that goal. Yeah. He's the chairman of Solar City, which is a Tesla subsidiary, and he develops and sells solar panels and roof panels. And apparently I've heard that they are very affordable and very high quality from the internet. So as you can see, the metaphorical octopus, Elon Musk, has his tentacles in many different pies. Each in their own way have the potential to change the society we live in. Revolutionary technologies such as AI, electronic brain chips, electric vehicles and space transportation will increase the efficiency, speed, sustainability and effectiveness of how we live our lives, making the world a better place. Number 2, work ethic. Elon is known for sleeping on the floor of his factories. For example, on his trip to Germany, he went to the Berlin Gigafactory, and it was noted in an interview by Musk that he slept on the factory floor in order to better emphasize with his employees. A great CEO, in my opinion, must know what conditions are like to know how the top-down management approach can be in fact built from the bottom up. So it fuses both the top-down and bottom-up management approach, so he can get the most out of his employees and know what's truly happening to improve their life while working and making them want to work harder for Elon Musk and his friends and investors and making more money, I guess. So this approach of being in the office, being on the factory floor, makes Elon a very relatable man, which psychologically makes his employees like him more, due to there being less of a perceived power gap due to Elon's due diligence of being on the factory floor. His work schedule, according to a CNBC article where Musk spoke, he is apparently down to 80 to 90 hours of work per week. He will sometimes go up to 120 hours a week. That's more work than I do, a lot more, and probably more work than everyone who's listening does. Like, I couldn't do that personally, but each to their own. Like, if he thinks that's useful. He sleeps 6 hours a night. Again, it's not something I think I would actually recommend. I wouldn't ever recommend to anyone to sleep 6 hours a night, because you can't fight nature. So hopefully he's doing alright and getting his rest, but I do believe sleep's something which is important to get at least 8 hours, in my opinion. 7.5 hours, 7 hours minimum. 7.5 hours minimum, I would say. That's my opinion. But again, work ethic, as we all know, is very important. So Musk, is just kind of just showing us that if you do put enough work and kind of aim that work in the right direction, you can do extremely well for yourself. Number 3, Elon Musk's Twitter. This Elon Musk is a billionaire who is more relatable to the general person that has good humour, e.g. his Twitter bios read, born 69 days after 420. This humour, which does not typically sit kindly with all people, is good as it encourages people to become more open-minded who may not have been as open-minded before, as they're getting reinforcement from someone who is very intelligent. I also like the fact he tweets his thoughts in him, it makes him more relatable. Like, you kind of you feel like you know Elon Musk if you follow him on Twitter or you follow him on Instagram. It kind of gets to the fact that it feels like you know him. It's like he's like in the room with you when he's talking. I just find that's the way he communicates, and I think it's a very smart way of communicating. But I think interesting. And it just makes my day happier when I see his tweets. Number 4, it's just all fun mentality that Elon Reeves Musk possesses. A mentality where you are not scared of failure, you love your job and your grind, and everything is just a laugh at the end of the day for Elon. This allows Elon to become successful because this happy-go-lucky mindset he has goes greatly with both his intellect and his innovating opportunities. I would argue Elon Musk is one of the greatest innovators of our time. 5. Elon wants good for the world. When one judges one's character, one must look at his or her actions. Musk's actions throughout his life have almost always been positive, and a man like Musk wants good for the world, lacks selfishness and greed, despite being the world's richest man, worth $183 billion as of January 2021. Although there has apparently had incidents at Musk's factory, but I don't really know about them. But I think overall his place is a nice place to work. You just got to be putting in the effort. Musk has been able to combine his fine intellect, for which he self-taught himself, coding, engineering and so on, with his great team motivating skills, his general intelligence, social intellect and way of communicating, which most likely lead Musk to being the most successful person we will ever know of. Simply put, Musk takes any imaginable idea, just for example, Musk's idea for electric James Bond style submarine car, which goes under the water, and he simply breaks it down to its key principles and builds upon it in a magnificent, mostly affordable product. It's his talent. He breaks things down and just builds it from the top up and thinks of new ways of doing things with a group of intelligent people he hires. His faults as well as all their faults all just make magic. He just knows who to pick. He knows how to manage. He knows how to do team skills, independent work. And this is why he's got as far as he's got. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.